few months ago, I made a video that went viral and had over 13,000 people engage with that video. This video was about speaking naturally with colleagues. Today, I'm going to bring you part 2. The thing that's really important when you want to speak naturally with colleagues in a more casual, in a more fun, and in a more relaxed way, when you can just finally start to feel good when you're using the English language to communicate. After all, you've spent over a decade in developing this skill, this way to communicate with people. So why do we get so frustrated? Why do we get so stuck in our heads when we're trying to communicate with people in English? Well, there are many reasons for it, because a lot of the practice that you've done was from textbooks and from memorization and from taking exams. It wasn't in an organic way, which native speakers learn from interacting with people on a day-to-day basis. So you're undergoing that training now in your workplace, with your colleagues, with the people you speak with. This is now your organic training. This is how you are developing your communication skills to be a very confident and a very good English speaker. So I'm going to just share with you 3 different ways that I think is really important for you as an English speaker to really start to push yourself to step out of your comfort zone. And I know it's scary sometimes, but it's necessary. It's part of your training. It's part of the way that you're going to develop in the English language. So the first thing is to start being more curious, okay? What I mean by that is when we are in conversations with people, if we don't ask questions to others, it means and it shows and it symbolizes that you are not interested in the other people. Because when you are interested, then this means you will ask questions. However, something that I've noticed between American culture and English culture is actually in American culture, I feel like less people ask you direct questions and they expect you to just kind of keep adding comments into the conversation. So you make a statement, I make a statement, you make a statement, I make a statement. Whereas I feel like in England, it's more question based. So people will ask you a lot more questions. Of course, I'm not talking about just the general pleasantries of hi, how are you, how's your week? This is very normal. But after that, when it comes to people asking you direct questions, I feel like it's not as common. You kind of just participate in the conversation. This is why sometimes it can be a little bit strange when you join a group or you're speaking with new colleagues or speaking with your workmates and you are kind of in the area where the conversation is happening, but you are kind of just waiting for someone to include you in the conversation. That's a problem because you might be waiting forever. So you really just have to pay attention to the conversation. And yeah, of course, you can interject with a question